Well, welcome to the history and culture of Peru, a brief look at this incredible country. And one of the amazing things about Peru is that the indigenous culture here is still very strong. You'll see a lot of people in their indigenous dress. And I always say one of the reasons for that is these guys can go out into their backyard and they can see remnants of their forefathers. These incredible structures built by the Incas, some of them thousands and thousands of years ago, so meticulously crafted you can't get a credit card in the slots of these ancient structures. Now, the Incan Empire was absolutely massive. It actually stretched from the north of Ecuador halfway down Chile. So for the historians out there, this was bigger than the Ming Dynasty of China, bigger than the Ottoman Empire of Turkey, absolutely massive. And what we know is that on November 16th, 1532, a guy named Francisco Pizarro, he was a conquistador under the Spanish crown, arrived here on the northern coast of Peru at a small town called Cajamarca. He arrived there with about 168 men, his horses, his swords. They saw the Incas amassing on the hillside and they were obviously very nervous, but the next day they decided to go to battle in the name of God, and we know that within 3 days they had killed 8,000 Incas. It took them about a year to march into Cusco, kill the king of the Incan Empire, and then South America was theirs because the continent was colonized by the Incas at that time. Now, one of the curious things about the Incan Empire is they say this was one of the only advanced illiterate civilizations that didn't know how to read or write. Till they started finding these things in the north of Peru and around the Cusco these things called quipu. Quipu looks like this. It's a long string with other knotted strings coming off of that main string. And they first thought this was a simple form of arithmetic. People could run their hands down the quipu and do addition, subtraction, etc. Till they re-looked at these things and they said, actually, perhaps this is the first form of written communication. It's actually sort of like a binary code where people can run their hands down the quipu and transmit messages that way. And again, this is stuff we'll just never know. It's all speculation because the Spaniards did such an incredible job of totally ravaging the Incan Empire when they went through the continent. Now, things, of course, have changed a little bit since the time of Francisco Pizarro. Here we have Inca Cola. We're actually in one of only 2 countries in the world where Coke is outsold by a competing soft drink. The other, I'm told, is in Scotland, where they have Iron Brew. This is an amazing fact until I popped onto the Inca Cola website a few months ago and actually learned that it was recently bought by Pepsi. So in fact, it really is just Coke and Pepsi battling it out, although the Pepsi is in a different bottle. So that's a little taste of Peruvian history and culture, and I do urge you to pop onto my website. I am at www.kevinsworldvideotour.com, and I do hope you'll continue your tour around the world with me. Thanks for listening.